Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Share Experience. In this video, we are going to solve one trial balance problem. In this problem, they have asked us to prepare journals, ledgers and trial balance. Now we'll see the problem. Journalize the following transactions, put them into ledger and prepare a trial balance. First, we will pass journal entries, then post them into ledger accounts, and based on the ledger accounts, we will prepare trial balance. Our first transaction is Mohan commenced business with cash 1 lakh. The journal entry is cash account debtor to capital account. Cash is an asset. The rule is debit what comes in. So we are debiting cash account. And capital comes under personal account. So credit the giver. So we are crediting capital account. Our next transaction is bought goods 5,000. The journal entry is purchase account debtor to cash account. Here purchase is an expense. Purchase comes under nominal account. The rule for nominal account is debit all expenses and losses. So we are debiting purchases. And crediting to cash because cash comes under real account. The rule for real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Here cash is going out. So we are crediting cash account. We have made a separate video on journal entries. If you guys are interested to know about journal entries, anyways link is available in the description box. You can watch it. Our next transaction is sold goods to Gopal 4,000. Journal entry is Gopal account debtor to sales account. Here Gopal is a name. Name comes under personal account. The rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here Gopal is the receiver. So we are debiting Gopal account. And crediting to sales account because sales is an income. Here sales comes under nominal account. The rule for nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So we are crediting sales. Our next transaction is bought goods from Ram 8,000. The journal entry is purchase account debtor to Ram account. And next transaction is paid trade expenses 2,000. The journal entry is trade expense account debtor to cash account. Our next transaction is received cash from Gopal 3,950 and also allowed him a discount of 50. So the journal entry is cash account debtor, discount allowed account debtor to Gopal account. Here cash is an asset. Asset comes under real account. The rule for real account is debit what comes in. Cash is coming in. So we are debiting cash account. Discount allowed is an expense to the business. A rule for all expenses is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So we are debiting discount allowed account. And Gopal is credited. Gopal comes under personal account. The rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here Gopal is the giver. So we are crediting Gopal account. Our next transaction is paid wages 700. The journal entry is wages account debtor to cash account. Wages is an expense. Cash is an asset. Our next transaction is paid to Ram in full settlement 7,700. Here we have purchased goods from Ram for 8,000 on credit basis on April 10th. The purchase value is 8,000 but paid amount is only 7,700. So we have received a discount of 300 rupees from Ram. In this case the journal would be Ram account debtor to cash account to discount received account. Here discount received is an income. Discount allowed is an expense. Our last transaction is paid rent 1,500. The journal entry is rent account debtor to cash account. Rent is an expense. Cash is an asset. We have passed journal entries for all the transactions. Now we will post them into ledger. Before posting them into ledger, we will list down for how many accounts we need to prepare ledger. looking at the first journal, we can say our first account is cash account. Second one is capital account. Like this, we will go on listing the accounts. Next, we have purchase account. We also have cash here. But while preparing ledger accounts, we need to remember that if any account is repeating more than once, then we should consider that account only once. We have cash account in the first journal and also in the second journal. And even in other journals also we have cash account. The rule here is if any account is repeating, we have to consider it only once. Here we have already listed cash account. So cash can be ignored in other journals. Next we have Gopal account and sales account. Next we have Ram account and purchase account. Here purchase account is repeating again. So we need to consider only once. We have already listed this account. So we will not write this account again. Next we have trade expenses account and cash account. Cash is already listed. So we will mention only trade expenses account. Next we have cash account, discount allowed account and Gopal account. But we have already listed cash account and Gopal account. So we will take only discount allowed account. Next we have wages account, cash account. Cash is already listed. So we will write only wages account. Next we have Ram account, cash account and discount received account. Ram account and cash account are already listed. So we will consider only discount received account. From last journal we take only rent account because cash account is already taken. Let's prepare ledger now. First ledger account is cash account. We will see in how many journals we have cash account. While preparing any ledger account, we should focus on the corresponding credit or debit account. Here we are preparing cash account ledger. In the first journal, that is cash account debtor to capital account, cash is debited and the corresponding credit account is capital account. So we will take capital account for cash ledger account. We will put this capital account on the debit side as to capital account. Just remember, if the account is debited in the journal, we will credit it in the ledger. And if any account is credited in the journal, we will put it on the debit side in the ledger. When we are mentioning any account on the debit side, we should put to before the account name. When we are mentioning any account on the credit side, then we should put by before the account name. If you want to know more about the ledger rules, we have made a separate video on ledger. Okay, so in that we have explained clearly and I have mentioned all the points that needs to be remembered while preparing ledger accounts. So link is available in the description box. If you guys are interested, you can watch it. Similarly, in the second journal, purchase account is debited. So we'll put it in the credit side in the cash ledger account. Next is trade expenses. Here trade expenses is debited. In the cash ledger, we will put it on the credit side. Next we have discount allowed and Gopal account. Here we have taken only Gopal account because that is the corresponding credit account for cash account. We don't take discount allowed account because it is on the debit side, same like cash account. Gopal account is credited. We take it on the debit side in the cash ledger. Next we have wages account. Wages account is on the debit side. We will put this on the credit side in the cash account. Next we have Ram account, which is in the debit side. So we will mention it on the credit side in the cash account. The amount that we should consider here is 7,700, not 8,000. Since business has paid only 7,700, we are considering this amount in the ledger. Next we have rent account, that is debited. We will put this in the credit side in the cash ledger. As per the balancing rule, we will mention the higher amount on both the sides. Here, higher amount is on the debit side, that is 1,03,950. Now we will deduct the credit side balance, that is 16,900 from 1,03,950. We get 87,050. This amount we will mention it on the credit side because we have less balance in the credit side. We should mention the month and date, that is April 30th, in the date column and by balance carried down in the particulars column. The same amount is brought down to the next month beginning and the date is May 1st, and in the particulars column we will mention to balance brought down. We need to consider this amount, this brought down balance, as cash account balance. We should always remember this point. Our next account is capital account. Now we will prepare capital ledger account. In the journal, cash is debited. So we will mention it on the credit side in the capital ledger account. Like how we have balanced cash account, we will balance the capital account also in the same way. The balance brought down amount is 1 lakh. So this is the balance for capital account. Our next account is purchase account. We have purchase account in two journals. In the first journal, cash is credited. We will debit this in the ledger account. In the second journal, RAM account is credited. We will debit this account in the ledger. Purchase account balance is 13,000. Next is Gopal account. We have Gopal account in two journals. Here sales is credited. We will debit it in the ledger, and cash is debited. We will mention it on the credit side. Along with cash we have discount allowed, that is debited. So we will mention it on the credit side in the ledger. In this account, both the side balances are matching. So Gopal account we will not consider it for trial balance. Next account is sales account. Here Gopal is debited. So we will mention it on the credit side in the ledger account. Sales account balance is 4,000. Next account is RAM account. RAM account is in two journals. Here purchase is debited. So we will put this in the credit side in the ledger. Cash account and discount received is credited. We will mention this on the debit side in the ledger. In this account, both the side balances are matching. So this account also we will not consider for trial balance. Next account is trade expenses. Here cash is credited. We will mention it on the debit side in the ledger. Trade expense balance is 2,000. Next account is discount allowed account. Here Gopal account is credited. So we will mention it on the debit side in the ledger. But the amount we should consider here is 50, not 4,000, because discount allowed amount is only 50. Discount allowed account balance is 50. Next account is wages account. Here cash is credited. So we will put it in the debit side in the ledger account. Wages account balance is 700. Next account is discount received account. Here RAM is debited. So we will put it in the credit side in the ledger account. Amount that we should consider here is 300. Discount received account balance is 300. Last account is rent account. Here cash is credited. So we will mention it in the debit side in the ledger account. Rent account balance is 1500. We have completed preparing ledger accounts. Now we will prepare trial balance based on ledger account balances. While preparing trial balance, you should always remember debit all expenses, losses and assets. Credit all incomes, gains and liabilities. Since we have already prepared the ledger accounts, we don't have to follow the rules. We can simply take the balances from ledger accounts and put it in the trial balance on the same side itself. If the ledger account balance is on debit side, then we will mention the amount in the debit column in the trial balance. If the ledger account balance is on the credit side, then we will mention the amount in the credit column in the trial balance. Our first account is cash account and the cash account balance is 87,050. So this balance we have on the debit side. So we will mention the amount in the debit column of the trial balance. Our second account is capital account. Capital account balance is on the credit side. So we will mention the amount in the credit column of the trial balance. Amount is 1 lakh. Our next account is purchases. Purchases account balance is on the debit side. So we will put the amount in the debit column of the trial balance. Amount is 13,000. Next account is Gopal account. This account we will not consider it for trial balance because the debit balance and credit balances are matching with each other. Next account is sales. The sales account balance is on the credit side. So we will put the amount in the credit column of the trial balance. The amount is 4,000. Next account is RAM account. Similar to Gopal account, we don't have to consider RAM account also because here also the balances on the debit side and credit side are matching with each other. Next is trade expenses account. The account balance is on the debit side. So we will mention the amount in the debit column of the trial balance. Amount is 2,000. Next is discount allowed. The account balance is on the debit side. So we will mention the amount in the debit column of the trial balance. Amount is 50. Next is wages account. The account balance is on the debit side. So we will mention the amount in the debit column of the trial balance. Amount is 700. Next is discount received account. The account balance is on the credit side. So we will mention the amount in the credit column of the trial balance. Amount is 300. Our last account is rent account. The account balance is on the debit side. So we will mention the amount in the debit column of the trial balance. The amount is 1500. Now we will add the amounts in both the columns. The amount should match with each other. If the amount is not matching, then we will mention the difference amount in the debit column, and in the heads of accounts column we will mention suspense account. Here the amounts are matching in debit column and credit column. The amount is 1,04,300. This is how we prepare trial balance based on ledger account balances. If you guys have any questions, please post them in the comment section below. And if you guys like my explanation, or if you think this video is helpful or useful to you guys, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also share this video with your friends. Thanks a lot for watching this video.